way, obviously we don't have every frequency on here, right? And if you weren't using this checklist and you didn't have it, you can look up the frequencies in that green book we were looking at. Right there's a listing for every airport and all the frequencies and things like that in there, so you could always look that up. All right, so now we want to get the ATIS, the weather, and set the altimeter, right?
Okay.
So...
The Cat B2 Tower information, X-ray 1553 Zulu observation, wind 300 at 3, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 18, dew point 12, altimeter 3034. Visual approaches in use, landing and departing runways 21 left and 21 right.
Peachtree Ground, November 271 Golf Tango is at the Claremont ramp with X-ray, ready to taxi VFR to the north.
271 Golf Tango, Peachtree Ground, runway 21 right, taxi via Bravo Echo, cross runway 16 at Echo. Run complete.
So,
Bravo Echo, cross 16, runway 21 right, 271 Golf Tango. I got it.
Ground 1 Golf Tango, verify VFR to the north.
Affirmative, VFR north, 271 Golf Tango.
Roger.
All right, pre-takeoff check.
November 831.
Flight controls.
0 Yankee, confirm you're flying VFR and say direction of flight.
VFR direct to JZI, Juliet Zulu, India, Charleston, South Carolina.
November 8310 Yankee, runway 21 right, taxi via Hotel Alpha.
Free and correct, right?
free and correct.
Elevator trim.
Runway 21 right, Hotel Alpha will
altimeter.
Altimeter.
Jackie 69
That verified, right? Heading indicator.
Requesting VFR north.
691 Juliet, Peachtree Ground, runway 21 right, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 16 at Alpha, advise run complete.
Here we go, set.
Okay, fuel selector.
Fuel selector is the bow.
Fuel quantity.
Fuel quantity is...
Number 10 Yankee, say type aircraft.
Primer.
Primer is in and locked.
Brakes.
Brakes are
Peachtree Ground,
hold.
1592 Romeo at Claremont with X-ray VFR northwest.
Rich.
Throttle.
Throttle up to 1700.
Yeah, now I'm going to read it for you.
Gremlin 159.
I prefer you to do this as read and do list.
21 right, taxi via Bravo.
Okay.
Cross runway 16
Engine
at
instruments.
Echo, complete and standby. 10 Yankee, you're going to runway 21 left, confirm. Roger,
So, oil pressure screen, oil tip screen.
Charging system.
Charging system and meter is just at 0.
Put electrical load on the system. Use your flaps or your landing light or something, and take a look and make sure it doesn't have to do flaps all the way down. All you got to do is start. Is just tweak the flaps. You know what I'm saying?
It's not doing anything.
I know.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, like yesterday. I agree. All the way down like that.
Should we be concerned that it didn't do anything?
No, because we checked it yesterday. It's fine. If you turned the landing light on, for instance,
Climb and maintain 3,000.
it's fine. It just means the alternator is,
0010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency
really grabbing the power really well, actually.
Okay.
Magnetos.
The magnetos, let's see. So we go...
Okay, cleared
We'll click back to right.
What are you on right now? You're on both, right?
I'm on both.
So give it a click or two clicks to the left.
2692,
Put it on the left position, or right position, whatever. Put it back to both.
It's running rough on
A little rough, but it's not too bad, actually. Put it back to both.
Back to both.
Okay, now one click.
The left drops just a little bit.
Okay, put it back to both.
Okay.
Okay, so magnetos are checked.
Magnetos check.
Carburetor heat.
Carburetor heat is hold.
Check. You want to check it? Check it. Pull it out. Look for a drop.
Uniform Foxtrot.
Okay, yeah. Pull the power all the way to idle for minimal idle check. With the carb heat on, that's fine.
Frequency 126.9.
Minimal idle's one.
No, all the way back. Minimum is minimum.
Okay, clear ECV vectors, Charlie
It doesn't say normal idle, it says minimum. Okay, much as you can
Charlie,
get. And the engine doesn't stop, right?
No.
Good, so carb heat off and throttle back to 1,000.
20 and 10, 26, 25.
Throttle back to 1,000.
Okay. Foxtrot after Echo.
Alrighty, seatbelts and doors.
Romeo Sierra.
Locked.
Roger, Romeo,
Doors
Romeo's
are
here.
locked.
Unfortunately, Foxtrot, reback is correct.
Flaps.
We're not ready to taxi now. We do have X-ray.
Set 0, right?
Set.
Transponder.
Altitude 1200.
And the last item is strobes and pulse light, which will do lights, camera, action.
10 Yankee, Roger. Hold short, only
Makes
2
sense?
left in line. Monster Tower.
So now we go to tower.
No. Normally, yes. Here, no.
Echo Sierra.
3 393 X here.
Here we just tell them run complete.
Via.
Get your ground 271 Golf Tango, running complete.
271 Golf Tango, roger, runway, hold short, runway 21 right, monitor tower.
Hold short 21 right, monitor tower, November 271 Golf Tango.
21 left and I found.
So, when you get a takeoff clearance,
3 Bravo.
you ready back,
Contact
then we go
Atlanta
lights,
dispatcher.
camera, action as we carry to the center line. And
271 Golf Tango, Peachtree Tower, runway 21 right, clear for takeoff, right turn out to the north approved. Bonanza traffic off the parallels, left turn out southeastbound.
Roger, Bonanza, we'll keep an eye out for him, clear for takeoff 21 right with a right turn, 271 Golf Tango. All right, lights.
Peachtree Tower, Children's 1.
Lights on.
1 Peachtree Tower.
Get your strobe on.
Yeah, we just
Put your landing light on.
requesting transition
Landing light on.
There are Children's 1,
light on.
Camera.
Altitude 1200.
And action.
Full
Full power, let's go.
Off the left side, he's going to be southeastbound, and then the Cessna traffic off the right side, right turn.
Here's the rudders. Hand on the throttle.
Roger that, we'll be on the lookout.
A bit of right rudder pressure.
8310 Yankee Peachtree.
A bit more now, make your way back.
Left, clear for takeoff, left.
All right, gauges are green. 55 knots. Rotate. Keep your hand on the throttle. Rotate.
Rotate.
Yep, hand on the throttle. Good. A little bit of right rudder. A little bit of left aileron. Left aileron. A little bit of right rudder. There we go. Left aileron. There, your airplane's banked. Put the nose down here if you want to. You got it. Just hold it there.
Okay.
You can see better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 Golf Tango traffic for 3.5 miles south of the fields.
Go ahead, make a right
helicopter transitioning northbound 2,000 feet. Looking out for you.
All right, 27 Golf Tango. We're in the turn now to the north. Thanks.
And Children's 1.
Interesting, those forces on the airplane are pretty
a Saratoga,
kind of
northeast
catch you, don't they, as you're taking off?
Roger.
He's got to be aggressive a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit more aggressive than you were. You don't have to be aggressive, just more than you were.
Okay.
The earlier you see these things, that's what I'm saying. You really want to pay attention to what's going on outside. Because the earlier you see the little deviations, the less effort it'll take for you to respond to it.
Oh.
But don't worry about your speed. Just worry about the attitude. This is a good pitch attitude. Could probably be a little bit lower.
Okay, should I?
Especially as you're 1,000 AGL, push the nose down a little bit, add a little bit of nose down trim. Right there is good.
Nose down trim.
Yeah, just so you can hold it there. Now look for some kind of visual reference that you can navigate towards. That'll take you more or less in a northerly type direction. Like either a mountain or even some kind of ground reference you can go towards.
12619. 271 Golf Tango, freaks change approved to the North Sea on the way back.
271 Golf Tango, safe.
November 987 Charlie.
Okay, so what you can do is, as you're climbing out, you want to, number one, see your references, and number two, look for traffic, right?
Yeah.
So once in a while, you can either do a couple of turns like this, S-turns left and right. I don't like doing that as much because it kind of does a lot of that. For me, it's easier just to go like this. Push. Hold for a minute or two, look for traffic, look for your visual reference. I'm going to go, you see way up straight ahead, there's two little white towers next to each other? That's going to be my reference, all right? So now as I bring the nose back up, you see if I just let it go, it'll over pitch it. So I just stop the pitching here, I hold it, I let it go. Still goes up, I stop it here, hold it, and let it go. See how every time I let it go, it goes up less, right?
Right.
Look straight out now. You have to look at the horizon, look at your dashboard, and try to keep the wings level.
Okay.
So when you start to see, like right now, to me, it looks like it's kind of turning a little bit, just slightly left. Now it's coming back to the right. What I would just do is a little bit of rudder. For small things, I might just use, especially when I'm in a long-range climb, just a little bit of rudder.
Okay.
In fact, that you got to kind of hold just a tiny, like just barely rest your foot on the rudder pedal.
Yeah.
You got it?
I feel that.
Okay, I'm letting go. Let's go to 3,700.
3,700 is where we were yesterday.
Yep.
Pretty much.
So remember, this is where we should have talked about this. You're going to level off 3,700. So go about 2 tick marks above 37 and be aggressive. Push that shit down to where you had it yesterday for level flight.
All right.
There's 1 tick mark, 2 tick marks. Now forget about this. Push the nose first. Add some trim in.
Grumman 1592 Romeo holding
Keep pushing.
Call for us.
Add some more trim. As you pick up speed, you have more. If you feel a force on the yoke, you got to hold that pitch down. Come on, David. Push.
Romeo holding at 21.
Push it hard. There you go. Put that trim in there. And And once you think and feel like you have the right pitch attitude, just try to keep holding it. See how it's coming back up again? Push it back down to where you had it.
I'm a little trouble reading the handwriting here. Is it 1?
All right, you hear the RPMs?
I do.
The speed's above 100, right? Probably a good time to reduce the power.
15902 Romeo.
About 2300.
I might have gotten the wrong call sign there.
And hold the pitch constant while you do that.
Romeo, 21 right.
Otherwise, you'll end up descending.
Right turn
Does
up
that make
to the
sense?
northwest
Yeah.
is approved.
Okay.
Holding pitch up.
Okay, now,
21 right turn.
try to get a more or less set up for what you think is level flight, okay?
Okay.
And now I'm going to let you see how we did on our altitude.
Okay.
You think you have it trimmed out? Close enough? It doesn't have to be perfect, just close for level flight. We're about 500 feet high, right?
Yeah.
So how do you want to descend back to 3700? What's the easiest way to do it?
Takeoff.
Got it.
Bravo departing.
What's the easiest way to descend?
Flying runway.
I think just
2601 Quebec Beach Tower,
yoke
about the
down.
right turn out westbound approved runway 21
Is that
right, clear
easier,
takeoff.
or is it easier just to reduce the power?
I guess reduce power.
Okay, let's wait for this airplane to pass by us, and then we'll try that.
11 miles northeast.
Ident observed.
By reducing the power, you don't have to adjust the trim, right?
21 right.
If you push the yoke down, you're going to have to adjust the trim.
21 right. 89X.
Now let's look for the next reference. You see Sawney Mountain?
Yes.
A little bit in the haze. Why don't you go ahead and turn kind of more towards Sawney Mountain? And the idea behind turning towards Sawney Mountain is put it right here in the windshield, and it should stay there. If you look up and you see Sawney Mountain, even like shift it like a quarter of windshield width left or right, make an adjustment to your heading.
Okay.
My advice to you is just try not to overdo anything on the yoke. Don't touch it if you don't have to.
Okay.
Number 757.
Now you see how the nose is starting to come back up just a hair?
Yeah.
See how this? So reduce the power a little bit.
Bonanza straight out.
Okay, and that's the trim working.
Turn left heading 090.
It's partially the trim. It's partially as we get into more dense air,
Okay, left turn.
you get more air pressure, right?
Okay.
So you have to maybe incrementally reduce the power as you descend
Okay.
in order to maintain a constant rate of descent.
Number 0.
Okay, so we're
So whatever your vertical speed is, it's around 400, right? 300. Divide that by 10. You get about 30 or 40, right? So 30 or 40 feet before your altitude, go ahead and bring your power back up.
Okay.
So each tick mark is 20. So maybe around the 40 mark, I just start bringing your power back up to 23, 2400. Look where Sawney Mountain is. If you need to make an adjustment, you can make an adjustment. Good. You want two things. Here's some bumps, so you can't do anything like that. You want to see that this is more or less zero, you're not climbing descending, and I agree, it looks like it's not. And the pitch is staying more or less constant also at the same time. You have a little bit of a descent here, but just a little bit of pitch like that, and that should take care of that, right?
Okay.
Now you want to do your, what's next, checklist-wise?
This is our cruise checklist.
So do a flow first, and then we can do the
So fuel's both. Let's see. Mixture is rich.
Flaps.
Flaps are up.
Okay.
Mixture's rich.
Do you want it rich for cruise?
No, we want
Okay,
it lean.
so adjust it.
So I'm going to bring it back just ever so slightly to where it comes back just a little bit.
Now stop for a second. I want to point something out to you. Stop.
Okay.
You've lost some altitude, a little bit of a descent, right? Easiest thing to do here is just a little bit more power. Look at your power setting, right? It's about 23. Just add like 25 RPM. There you go. That's it. See how it's going back up now?
We actually want to go north or west.
Give it a little bit of a push so it doesn't overclimb. Good. Now continue leaning.
Okay, so I'll lean, and then we lean until we feel it drop, right?
21 left.
Good look, you can listen. Yep.
21 right.
So now it drops, so now you got to richen it up slowly until you get maximum RPM.
21 right, force control.
So that, just push it like 1 or 2 millimeters at a time, and if it just stays steady, then that's it.
That feels good right there.
Okay, good.
Sounds good.
Anything else you want to do? Continue your flow?
Okay, so let's see. Check our throttle, I guess.
Okay.
Lights. So
You can turn the landing light off.
let me landing line off. Okay. Let's see. Do we?
Yeah, come up here, check your gauges. Why not?
Check gauges. So oil pressure is in the green. Oil temp's in the green. Fuel's good. Suction's good. Cruising at what 94 knots right now.
Okay.
A little bit down. Altitude's at 3600.
All right.
And
89 Echo.
Vertical speed showing a little bit of descent, right?
yeah.
So yeah, just give it a little pull, just a small pull.
Okay.
Just kind of bump it up like that. Let it go. It kind of went straight back down, right? So maybe add a little bit more power. Your speed's slow, right? 95 knots?
89 Echo still looking.
Ready for the checklist?
Ready for the checklist.
Cruise checklist, power.
Power's at 2400.
Okay, mixture.
Mixture is
Lights.
lights. See, nav lights off, so we have beacon light.
You can just say set if
Set,
you're happy
set.
the way it's set. Yep.
Okay, set.
And heading indicator.
Heading indicator is set.
Okay, cruise check's complete. Very good. Nice job.
Wow, it's not a long checklist, is it?
Nope. Let's try a couple of 180-degree turns. So make a 180-degree turn to the right, followed by 180 to the left, and end up back on Stony Mountain.
Okay.
Once you turn towards Stone Mountain,
Tower, runway 21 left, clear flight.
when you see Stone Mountain, just turn around and go the other direction. And let's see how we do on altitude while you do this. If you hear like the RPMs going up and stuff like that, that means you're probably in a descent. If you hear them reducing, that's probably you're in a climb. You lost very little altitude, very good. But you lost a little bit, which is fine. I mean, you're not doing those instruments. This one, I think, was a little bit harder for you. I feel like we're already in a descent. You may want to pull it up a little bit. How do you think you did on altitude in this second half of the turn?
Okay, I think I probably lost a little at the beginning.
Yeah. All right, well, that's pretty good without instruments. I think that's pretty good. Number 2, very good. All right, let's try changing the airspeed.
Okay.
So let's, by the way, we're doing about 90, you said 95-ish, right? Really, if you asked me what power setting I need for 95 knots, I would say about 2200. So this is reading a couple hundred high, right? So let's try an RPM setting of something around, I don't know, 2000 RPM. So start out with setting that to 2200 RPM.
Okay, so we'll go full throttle out a little bit.
Yeah, and try to hold the altitude, again, without losing this.
Traffic in sight, Zero Zero.
You'd have to continually, not continually, but you'd have to add pitch up. You kind of need this a little bit. It's kind of hard to do it without some instruments. And add some trims, you can hold it up there.
Now we're at 80.
So we're trying to change airspeeds, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have to add trim. So David, as soon as you feel like you have to pull to hold the altitude, add trim right after you pull it.
I feel like that was pretty good.
Except you're yawing to the left. You have to keep that right rudder in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, because we're at a higher angle of attack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See how the nose came back down?
Yeah.
What I do here is I look at some of the clouds or the horizon. You gotta have the pitch up here, right around there. Keep that right rudder in there. You're find some kind of a cloud or something you can go towards. Stony Mountain is way over there.
Okay.
So we don't have to do a Sawney anymore. So pick something else. Like there's one kind of grayish looking cloud. Or use this contrail if you want to up here. Find something. So I can see the airplanes yaw like this. It goes like a little bit, and then it kind of comes back because you add a little bit of pressure. But then you let go of the pressure, it yaws again. It comes, then you add the pressure back in.
So that's something to expect when you pitch up like that.
Well, you should expect it, but you should counteract it, right? And I know we're still kind of learning, but that's what I'm trying to get you to learn.
Yeah.
Is kind of anticipate these things. You want to anticipate it, and you want to be able to notice it when it happens.
Okay.
You don't want to be oblivious to it. That's why I say pick a reference you can use, right? And that way you'll see for sure when you start moving away. Okay?
Okay.
So now, the airspeed's reduced. We're doing about 75, 78, something like that, right? Hands off the yoke. You should be able to hold it by itself. If it's not, you got to trim it. Because of reduced airflow, now you're going to need more deflections to make things happen. So let's try what we just tried before. Let's try the left turn, line up, or right turn, line up at 400, and then left turn back towards, back to this contrail maybe. You see this contrail up here?
So we line up,
in the sky?
line up that way, okay.
Yeah, line up. So start with the right turn or left turn, doesn't matter. So without looking here, maybe you already did, what angle of bank do you think this is?
It feels like it's about 15 to 20 degrees.
15, right? Each tick mark represents 10, and then there's a big gap that represents 60, and then of course that one's 90. The things to look for here, obviously, are the angle between the horizon and the dashboard. Also, if you look left and right at your wingtips, you can see, you can't really judge the angle very well, but you can see that you're in a bank at least, you know. And of course, listen for the RPMs, and if they change appreciably up or down, you can kind of assume that you're probably in a climb or descent. Alright, you think we can go slower?
Yeah.
Let's try to go slower. How would you go about reducing your speed even more?
I would probably pitch up even more.
Just pitch up?
So reduce the power and pitch up.
Okay.
I just want you to fly it about another mile.
Do it.
Okay, roger that.
Pick an RPM setting.
1700? 1800?
I would try 18.
18, okay.
For 18 now, it'll probably reduce itself to about 17.
Are we picking a speed or are we picking a bank angle?
No, we're picking an RPM setting and you're trying to hold altitude.
Okay, hold altitude.
Yep. So you're a little bit of a descent, all right? You're going to start off a little bit high, so maybe it's okay. You can let it descend a little bit, but try to stop the descent now.
219, clear to go, 47 Charlie.
The way to stop the descent is to hold a pitch attitude that keeps the descent from happening.
21 left.
A lot of trim, right?
Yeah, a lot of trim.
Because you're going real slow. Get your speed now.
65 knots.
Yeah.
Over top midfield at or above. One tango.
Good to keep descending, I'm telling you.
In the left downwind for runway 21 right.
It's going back up because you pitched, right? But when you pitch up, the speed's going to slow down and that climb will go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You kind of have to like balance those two things that are happening. How's this working out for you? Let go of the yoke?
Ooh, we're coming up big time.
All right, let go of the yoke. Let go. Just let go. Speed's going back down by itself now, right? So all right, how's our speed doing? Between 60 and 65, right?
65, we're in a bit of a descent.
Okay, we'll pitch it up and trim it a little bit. Or just give it a little pull and just see what happens. Now let's try a couple of turns. Let's try a right turn, maybe just 90 degrees, maybe up to one of those hills over there. Now, if you use the same kind of bank angle, like 20 degrees, you're going to need a lot more pitch up, which may end up exceeding, we probably won't exceed the critical angle of attack, but you might hear some stall horn stuff going on, maybe. But it's always better when you're at a slow speed to use shallower bank angles than you might when you're at cruise airspeed. So try about a 10 or so degree angle of bank to the left instead of 20. That's 20. Shallow it out.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I can tell that the controls.
The mushier, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Right rudder, right aileron. Make your wings level again. Awesome. Very good. Let's go ahead and increase the power back to normal cruise airspeed. So transition from here, here's at 3,700 feet, back to normal cruise 9,500 knots. Hands off the yoke. You think you got it right?
I think I got it right.
47 Charlie, roger, number 2.
Not bad, right?
Cool.
All right, good. All right, let's try this. Let's head kind of southerly-ish. Kind of in the direction generally. There's Stone Mountain. Just head towards Stone Mountain. That's fine for now. All right, so let me walk you through the procedures. Let me demonstrate it. Let me get the airplane that you would want to do to configure the airplane as you come in for a landing. Okay? A bunch of steps. You don't do it all like exactly back to back to back to back. You do it at the right times. First thing you do is maybe you're approaching from a like from the practice area.
Okay.
And you want to join the downwind. Right, in preparation to make a landing. First thing you want to do is slow the airplane down to kind of what I would call a medium to slow cruise. So about 2200 RPM. I'm going to start with 22 because I know this indicates a little bit fast on the RPM gauge. That should slow you down to about 90 knots, maybe 85, something like that. We'll do our landing flow. Gas on, flaps will come, but not just yet. Mixture rich. Landing light on. And then we do the checklist for landing, which is pre-landing seatbelts latched. I assume we do all this other stuff, right? Seatbelts latched, fuel selectors on both, mixture rich, carbide on. At the time that we want to start the descent, carbide on. All right, see how it's descending a little bit, so I'm just going to add a little bit more pitch.
So no carbide yet?
No, not yet, because we're not starting our descent just yet.
Okay.
All right, so our speed's good. About 85 knots is kind of what I predicted we'd be at. All right. So now we're starting our descent, right? Meanwhile, we've just been flying here at pattern altitude, which is 1,000 AGL, right? Let's start our descent. So now we do, and this is important. Let me give you a technique I think will work real good for you. I'm just going to follow 400 now, okay?
Okay.
When you're making configuration changes, reducing power, adding flaps, removing flaps, reducing, turning carbide on and stuff like that, what you're really probably most concerned about is holding the correct pitch attitude. So when you do those things, you really want to focus on what's going on straight ahead instead of looking to the sides, okay?
Okay.
So what I want to do is I want to reduce the power, configure for descent with flaps 10. So I really want to make sure I get the pitch perfect. So first thing I want to do is before I add my flaps, I want to hold the pitch altitude constant. So carbide on. If I don't do anything, the RPMs reduce and the nose will start going down. I don't want that to happen, so hold the pitch up here. Now power 17, and I have to hold a little bit of pressure. Right now I'm just holding the pitch constant. I'm not even looking at RPMs, and now look at RPMs. A little bit less, so here's 17 right there. I did that by sound, okay?
Okay.
Flap to 10.
Featured power.
More, flaps 10, and now I want to pitch it down.
Announcing with Juliet Squawk 1200.
Somewhere around here is probably good. This should give me around 85 knots or so. Hands off the yoke, right? All right. So this would represent you're on the downwind, you have not turned base yet.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to get ready to turn base leg. Base leg, I want to go flaps 20. Some people like doing it before the turn, some people like doing it after the turn. I like doing it just before I start the turn. So, flaps 20. Oops.
North is approved, clear for takeoff.
I'll make the turn to base leg. We'll assume it's a left turn. There, you probably don't see it. Oh, we should be going about 75-ish. I said 65, I meant 75, 70, 75. So now we're on the base leg. Let's see. There's this little section of road that kind of curves a little bit. I'm going to use that as our final approach, so I'm going to turn final, but I'm kind of lining up with that little road there. And altitude looks good, full flaps, hold the pitch. Pitch wants to go up and I'm holding it down. And now I'll just kind of let it find its equilibrium point. It may kind of go up a little bit. Alright, now it should slow us down to about 65. I didn't change the trim at all throughout any of this maneuver. I did kind of, push pull a little bit here and there as needed. Didn't change the trim at all, right? There's my runway, I'm coming down there, right? Okay?
Gotcha.
So, let me show you something. Let's say I was going to do a go-around, carbide off, and let's say I've just kind of forgotten I just flaps all the way up before I added power. Look what happens here. Let go of the yoke. See what happens there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why you always want to give it power first. That'll bring the pitch coming up, and then you go flaps.
Pitch flaps.
Power flaps, right?
Power flaps, yeah.
And or pitch flaps is fine. So my point to you is when you're trying to like do a go around or rejected landing, when you're still in the air, okay, you don't want to take your flaps all the way up as a first step because you'll end up going down like that.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to climb back up, and we'll let you try that whole sequence of events. I'll talk you through it.
Okay.
You've got the controls.
Got the controls.
So here we are in cruise flight, maybe a cruise descent, let's say, and we want to start getting ready for the landing pattern, right?
Okay.
So let's start by first reducing to our downwind speed.
Downwind speed.
Which is going to be 2,200-ish RPMs. So pull it back to 22 and hold the altitude. Yeah, we'll slow down to about 80 to 85 knots. This you might do, let's say, 3 miles or so from the airport. If you're coming like straight in or coming in from an angle, you might do it 2 miles from the airport.
No carb heat until we get to the downwind, right?
Yeah, you really don't need carb heat unless you're going to operate below, let's say, is there a green arc on that RPM gauge? On the RPM gauge?
No.
No, so let's say below about 2,000. I wouldn't worry about carb heat. You are descending a little bit. Remember, you reduce the power, you want to hold altitude, right? So by reducing power, you know the airplane wants to go down. To stop it from going down as an equilibrium point, you will need to change the...
Oh, whoops.
Yep, wrong direction, right? So here we come a beam, our intended touchdown point.
Okay.
So let's go carbide on. And while you do this, look straight ahead and just hold the pitch constant. Don't let it drop too much, okay? Or hopefully not at all. You can even pull it up a little bit, it's fine. Carbide on, okay, power reduced to 1700. Don't look at the RPM gauge, just listen, hold it. Now you can take a quick peek at it and see how you are in your RPMs.
Good.
Quick peek, okay, good. Now looking outside, flaps to 10. Look straight ahead and try to hold the pitch constant. See how it wants to go up? I know it's hard because you have to look at the gauge too, right there. Now pitch it down. More. Now you want to descend at around 85 knots. So something around there is where you want the pitch to be.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you want to be able to pitch down when you flap.
Yeah, that's the whole point of adding flaps, right?
Okay.
We're more or less trying to hold roughly the same airspeed. And let go of the yoke.
So we're 75 right now.
Okay, we should be probably closer to 80, so pitch down a little bit more, add a little bit of trim. Alrighty. You see the section of road over there?
I do.
Yeah, just go ahead and make your base turn. Line up with that, and while you do that, go ahead and go flaps 20.
Flaps 20.
Start your turn. Bring the flaps down, you gotta hold them down until you hit 20. Good, look outside. Hold the pitch where you had it before, so a little bit more down probably, just a hair. Good, keep your turn going. And line up with that road. Or even the lake if you want to. Just pick some kind of reference. Doesn't matter what really. The idea is when you level out, try to let the airplane come back to its neutral pitch position. That lake right there is fine.
Okay.
Okay, level it out. Neutral pitch, let it go the yoke. It's coming up, so give it a big push back down.
Do I need to trim for this?
No, just push it and let it go.
Okay.
My point is you should do this without trim. It should work really well without even using trim.
Okay.
And it is, right? You should be 70, 75, and you are.
Whoa.
Add some rudder, left rudder. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Okay.
Don't be a... Remember, it's slow speed, so you need a lot more force to make this happen. All right, let's choose the 400 hit our runway, right? So go ahead and turn in parallel to the run 400. You don't have to be directly on it. Shallower bank angle, your slow speed. Use about 10, 20 degree bank angle should be good.
Okay.
All right, good. Flaps all the way down, look outside. I kind of fucked up a little bit. No, straight ahead is what I mean by outside. Mixture rich, landing line, my fault. To do the landing checklist. Don't hold the pitch, don't hold it. It should kind of settle in by itself. It should slow down to about 60 to 65 knots when it's equilibrium. There you go.
There you go.
Right? Great. Now, if you want to do a go around, hold the yoke, carb it off, pitch it up and pull up, add power, add all the way, full power. Don't be baby about it. Don't let the airplane yaw. Good. All the way full power. Good. And bring the flaps up one notch. Okay. Back to center position. Let it go. Bring the flaps. Put the flaps. Nope. Up. We're going around. We don't want to hit the ground.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Let me get the yoke for a second. My controls. This one's kind of hard to... Let me bring it back to where it was. The configuration we had before, full flaps. But when you do a go around, what you want to do is like this. Carb it off, full power, bring the pitch up, and flaps, just bring it up for a few seconds and back to the center position so it doesn't keep going up. Adjust the pitch and the trim if you need to. Now you come back up here, let's go flaps to 10. While I do that, I gotta bring the pitch up, or not even bring the pitch up, but I gotta add pressure, otherwise the pitch will come up.
Yeah.
And once I have, David, a positive rate of climb established, and I'm clear of all my obstacles. Now I'll know that by looking here, and the speed is 60 or higher. Then I can go flaps to 0. When I do that, I got to continue to add a little bit of pressure, otherwise the nose wants to go way down like that. But I can transition to this kind of a pitch attitude, and that's all good.
Okay.
All right, got it?
Got it.
I'm going to put you back into that same kind of setup and let you try and go around. So I want you to do a go around.
Okay.
So remember, just when you bring the flaps up, just bring them up for about 3-4 seconds and put it back down to the center position. Otherwise, you're going to end up bringing all the flaps up all at once. You
just want it 10 at a time?
Yeah, about 10-ish at a time. Just kind of do it in steps, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead and do the go around.
All right, so carb it in.
Bring the pitch up. Up. Full power. Don't let the airplane yaw. See how it's yawing to the left? Good.
Romeo, straight in, 21 right.
Okay, good. You got a positive rate of climb coming, right?
Yep.
You do another notch of flaps.
Hold on.
Pull it up. Pull, David. Pull. Pull.
1 o'clock, 3 miles. Same direction, altitude in case 2,400 for the parallel runway.
Pull. Add some trim. I didn't say don't touch the trim. You're going the wrong direction. Oh, no, maybe you're not. I don't know.
2 o'clock.
Hey, flaps now to 0 is fine. So just put the flap lever up.
God, man.
Put the flaps up.
Cessna 172.
should probably already be up.
There.
That's okay. That's fine. Alright, let's do this. I got the control for a second.
You got the control.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get the ATIS and set back up. We're going to head towards PDK for a landing. What time is it? I think it's probably about time to head back. That's why I say that.
Yeah. Damn it, man. I had it, and then I screwed it up.
It's easier than the other airplanes. You should be thinking what kind of checklist or what kind of checklist would you do next, or what kind of flow would you do next?
Well, so we would do the...
Our objective is to head back to PDK and come in for a landing.
That's...
So yeah, we would do kind of an arrival in-range 10-mile check. It's called 10 mile, but I'd do it 10 miles like the latest you should probably do this, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing you probably want to start with is get the information at your airport.
So
go to the ATIS, yeah.
Go to the ATIS, so COM 1.
So try not to touch the yoke. Don't touch the yoke. Use your feet if you need to steer. And use power if you need to go up or down.
Is available. Peachtree Tower information, Yankee 1653 Zulu. Wind variable at 3. The weather is better than 5005. Temperature 22, dew point 11, altimeter 3032. Visual approaches are in use. Landing and departing. Runway 21 left, runway 21 right. Notice.
Alright, just for shits and grins, using your feet, the rudders only, see if you can make a turn to about a, I don't know, about a 200 heading, maybe 190.
5005 to the northeast ramp.
Now, normally you want to use aileron and rudder together, but I'm showing you that rudder actually has a lot of effectiveness to do a lot of things. You don't need to use aileron so much. Okay?
Okay.
Like, so if you're busy writing stuff down, holding maps, looking here and there, and you don't really want to have to spend the time to like drop what you're doing and do that with the yoke, just use the rudder.
Hour is 120.9.
Okay, how far do you think the airport is?
My guess from here is probably about 11 miles.
Did you look?
No. Oh, we started at 11 yesterday.
Good, good. All right. All right, so now are you ready for the in-range check?
I'm ready.
Do you want to do anything?
Close, so fuel both, mixture, flaps up, I guess. I don't know where the mixture is supposed to be right now.
Doesn't have to be, it can be lean, it's fine.
Throttle's at 2500, and then, so we need nav lights, our landing lights now.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. We don't need them, but it's not a bad idea because we're getting close to an airport and we're descending into it, right? I would go ahead and start at least a slow descent. So I'd bring the power back 100 or 200 RPM from where you have right now. Here is the in-range descent 10-mile check, whatever you want to call it.
12 o'clock.
Got him. Thank you. Mixture. It says rigid as required. It's not required just yet.
Okay, so...
Lights.
Lights, let's see.
It says as required, but I think it's a good idea to get the landing light on now. That's fine.
Okay, landing lights on.
Okay, you should be using as little pressure on the yoke as possible. So your hands like this, just put your hands somewhere else. That's fine.
Okay.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts are secured.
Checked. ATIS, weather, altimeter.
Got it.
All right,
Yankee.
complete. That's it. Now we call. We're 8 miles out, so I'll call them.
Okay.
Peachtree Towers, Gawk 271 Golf Tango, 8 miles to the north, and landing with Yankee.
271 Golf Tango, Peachtree Tower, ident.
Ident means push that button that says ident, which makes our target kind of brighten up and flash on his radar scope. Now, as we continue...
271 Golf Tango, traffic, 9 o'clock. Southeastbound, inbound for the airport is a Pilatus. Altitude indicates 4,900.
Okay, we'll look out from 271 Golf Tango. From the...
271 Golf Tango, make straight in, runway 21 right.
Straight into one right, 271 Golf Tango. Maybe around these reservoirs is a good time to start angling in a little bit.
That's right, 345.
Just because I know there's ambulance that's going to come. Just trying to keep a little bit of separation, right?
Yeah.
This is probably a good time to get everything done and run through your pre-landing flow, and then we'll do the check.
So fuel's on both. Mixture is lean.
Now you want mixture rich for pre-landing.
So mixture rich. Okay. We want to be 1700 or?
Yeah, it's fine. No. 2200.
2200.
That's what you got.
Okay, landing lights are on.
Oil pressure 2 right, clear clear.
21 right, 10.
Okay, ready? Yeah. Pre-landing check. Seatbelts.
Set.
Fuel selector.
Both.
619 Bravo, wind 2506.
Now it says carbide on. That's just a reminder for you that at the appropriate time, which is when we go prior to 17, that's when you want to turn the carbide on. Okay, good. Angle in now towards the runway more.
Taxiway Bravo, 619, runway Bravo.
I'd slow our descent down a little bit. Add a little bit of power.
317 Victor is at 80.
Just a hair, like 100 RPM. There you go.
Okay, so
Now, no carbide, no carbide. Not until we reduce the power below 2,000, okay? So, yeah, go ahead and line up with the center line of the runway.
Runway 21 left.
Okay.
Straight in, 21 left.
271 Golf Tango, runway 21 right, clear to land.
Go ahead and 21 right, 271 Golf Tango. Be aggressive here, okay? In my opinion, you don't need quite such a strong intercept angle. Think about the extended center line. You're kind of too much to the left. I think come back to the right just a little bit.
Okay.
Because you don't want to overshoot, right? So the more you have to turn back to the right, the more you're going to chance you have for overshooting. All right. 3 miles is a good time to start getting configured. So go ahead and carb it on now. Carb it on. Power 1700. Hold the pitch constant, okay?
Power 1700.
Number 271 Golf Tango. Change the runway 21 left, number 2 to follow Pilatus short, final runway 21 left, clear to land.
Clear that 21 left, Pilatus in sight, 271 Golf Tango. Hold the pitch constant. You got to hold back up where you had it. Reduce power 1700.
109 Tango Juliet, Roger Foxtrot.
Hold it up a little bit more.
Number 873, Quebec, Eastern Tower, wind 2507.
Don't worry about that wake through.
Flaps 10. Nope, bring the pitch up here. Flaps 10.
right, 83 Quebec.
Okay. We're a little bit fast. Let me get the control for a second because we're going to have to be a little bit aggressive here. All right, back in the white arc. Flaps 20 now. All right. Power back up now. All right, I'm going to give you the controls. You ready?
Okay.
All right, this should be good. We're a little bit high, so we'll just bring the power back. Actually, let's go flaps all the way down now.
Flaps all the way down.
Just hold the pitch constant while we move the flaps. Power just a hair more. There we go. Now, let go of the yoke.
400 Bravo Peachtree Tower, runway 21 right.
There.
Cliff, take off.
There we go.
Right,
now, just very light grip on the yoke. Do what you need to do to stay on the center line, but try not to pitch up and down too much.
10 Tower 83 Quebec, can we make right traffic?
Pitching up, bring it back down. You maybe not have been pitching up, but the airplane was pitching up, so bring it back down.
No, we're just going northbound, right 3 Quebec.
All right.
Yep, right turn out.
Pilatus needs to get his ass off the runway. There we go.
Gas flight 135, hold 345, hold short runway 21 right.
I kind of feel like we're a little bit, there we go, now it's better.
345. Gas flight 345.
All right, idle, I'm going to add a little bit of trim, and then try to hold the pitch up here, and just let it, till we touch down, that's it. Still holding pressure on the yoke.
271 Golf Tango, turn right taxiway Delta, cross runway 21 right at Delta, contact ground point 6 and off.
Delta cross 21 right, ground point 6, other side, 271 Golf Tango.
Delta right there.
Yep.
Still
holding pressure.
21 left, clear to land.
Now I'm going to slowly relieve that pressure.
21 left, clear to land, 17 picture.
Left heading
All right.
090.
If you don't mind, can you do the post-landing checklist? I know we're clear to cross. I want to get over before another airplane comes.
Runway 21 left, 853 Whiskey Mike.
Leave the strobes on for a second until we get over the runway, but everything else you can do.
So we have to cross this. We've already got instructions to cross.
We do. Clear right side, clear left.
Show you eastbound, runway 21 right,
we're going to do
via Delta.
Post-landing, great.
November 9, Papa Sierra.
Do a quick flow.
Papa Sierra, we'll go Delta to 21 left. Thank you.
Remember, we're getting ready to taxi, right?
Gas flight 345 is going
Yeah,
to
so
The flaps are which position now?
we need to be, they're all the way down, so we need up.
Up. What about the mixture?
Gas flight 345.
Mixture, we need it.
271 Golf Tango, PG ground taxi parking via Echo, Bravo, cross 16 at Echo, no delay to parking.
No delay, Echo, Bravo, cross 16, 271 Golf Tango. Sorry, go ahead and finish it out. He wants us to get going, so.
Peachtree ground, citation 560 Bravo, Lima.
Finish it out.
Yankee word,
So mixture, lean, carb heat, cold.
I did that already.
Okay, transponders required.
Atlantic today,
So strobe, pulse light off.
Leave it on for a second until we cross the runway.
No, the traffic's crossing off your right side. I'll get you going momentarily.
Okay, we see the traffic.
That's the last item, right?
That's the last item,
So you can go ahead and turn it off now. Landing light and strobe light off. What I like to do, David, when I'm taxiing, in turns, like 90-degree turns, you know,
PQ ground.
I like to slow down going into the turn, get good control, make sure I'm more or less on that line, and I'll add power about halfway through the turn, keep it going. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cross 16 at hotel.
I think it's easier on the gear. More or less, if you want, you can stay on the line as you pass this first spot here.
Actually, Peachtree ground.
I'll bring the power to idle. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Now.
Sorry.
And Just slowly hit the brakes, maybe give us some left brake, left rudder and brake together. Powered idle like that.
West ramp, 17 Victor. November 17 Victor.
There we go.
West ramp taxi off cross.
What comes now?
Cross 16 West ramp.
The shutdown checklist?
Go ahead and bring the power up to 1,000 real quick. Okay. Shutdown check. Avionics master.
Master.
I should do it as a read and do list.
Okay.
Avionics master off.
You need to run up today.